Hi, this is Danny, and this is my design project number 2 for UX design class number 2. Um, this is a case study for Joe's Pet Supply. So here we have Joe's Pet Supply, and I'll just kind of jump right into it. So in this project, what was our main problem? So I listed here the main problem was to solve. The main problem to solve was to create an online shopping experience for Joe's Pet Supply, who up until this point did not have an online store. So pretty big problem to tackle. Joe wanted to be sure that his repeat customers would be able to easily reorder repeat products, and he also wanted the ordering process to be quick and easy without having to go through several pages with minimal keystrokes. So both very important things that the client requested. So, knowing this information, I went forward to conduct research in several different ways. So, I named this research and discovery. I decided to take a little bit different of an approach this time, and I did some competitor research. Obviously, these are huge companies who are very successful, so I wanted to kind of see what they were doing, what their shopping experience was like, and how we could possibly expand on that. Chewy being, I'm pretty sure Chewy is 100% online. I don't think there's any Chewy stores, so I was definitely looking at Chewy to see what they offered. And so my observations were all of these online stores have you're able to make a pet profile for each of your animals. And that seemed to create a customized and easy shopping experience for the client, especially if you're buying for multiple animals. I know for, even my family, my mother has a lot of dogs and cats, so maybe sometimes trying to figure out which one, what did I buy for this one, this time, what did I buy for that one, each of them having their own set of things that they like, don't like, dietary restrictions, stuff like that. I thought the pet profiles were really a good way to help keep everything organized and not have to, have the user have to make so many decisions and remember so many things. So several ways to shop by brand, by pet, through the pet profiles, promotions, shopping deals, um, order history and reordering. That was a bullet point from Joe. So that was obviously something that they incorporated. And recurring orders, I saw auto ship on there a lot. I think at least two of the websites I saw auto ship, where you would just set up an order to be delivered to your house on a monthly, bi-monthly, on a regular basis, so you didn't have to think about it. So I went on to do some user surveys like I've done in the past with Google Forms. I just feel like that's the best way. Um, I have my questions listed here. How many pets do you have? That was a good way. This was a way um, to get an idea of how many profiles may need to be designed. How often do you shop for your pets online? How repeatable can we make this task of checking out? Definitely want to make sure that it's easy, repeatable, especially if they're having to do it, a lot. What's most important to you in your pet supply shopping experience? How can we cater to the needs and wants of the user? It's kind of how I broke that down. Any frustrations when ordering pet supplies online? Sniffing out pain points, which I think is super important. Um, what website is your go-to when shopping online for your fur baby? Chewy was by far the most popular one, and that was what competitors seems to be doing it the best. And my suspicions were confirmed that Chewy was, the more popular one. And could you briefly explain why? And these are some reasons why. Easy to access past orders, and a lot of it was wide variety of products, wide variety of toys, uh, more options, better reviews, stuff like that. So I just have a quick analysis of the data um, that I picked up. So most users only have one pet to shop for, while a third of them have more than three pets. So you want to make sure that I wanted to make sure that I designed it for a multiple pet shopping experience. Most users shop for pet supplies every 6 months. Make steps short, easy, and repeatable. Most important aspects of shopping online, and they're listed here. Those are my three key wants that the design had to feature, which was reordering in the order history, quick checkout process, pet profiles, um, stuff like that. So most frustrating aspects of shopping online, having to search for the same items over and over again and not being able to find what you're looking for, and it said pain points confirmed. So after I have the information that I need, I decided to try and design off of that. And then I'm just going to kind of quickly go through here. I've created an information hierarchy on how I thought the site should look, which is absolutely very useful. I'll always make these because it's really nice to have a map to go back to when you're designing, and I abbreviated CTA as call to action. So there's that. And so I have my very low fidelity wireframing. Once I had the hierarchy laid out, I decided to try and kind of sketch out what I wanted the website to look like and potentially how I wanted it to flow. So here are some of my pages that I did, and kind of just like getting an idea of placement and what maybe I wanted each thing to do. The My Account page um, was really important here because it basically was going to be a longer page with many modules, like mini modules in it that had your history, your recurring orders. So a lot of like your easy shopping experience happened there on your account history or your account page. Um, and so once I had that figured out, I did a couple user flow diagrams to make sure that each of my processes weren't too long, or there wasn't anything that came up short and I wasn't sure what to do with it. So here's that. So there's two different ones here. There's a reordering and searching for an item. And so these kind of go through that. And I just try to keep it as simple as possible. Searching for an item 2. Once you're on the home page, you have an option to choose, a couple 3 of the more popular filters: shop by brand, shop by pet, shop by ingredient. Purchasing through the pet profile. And I'm trying to not make this video super long, so just bear with me here. Okay, quick checkout, order confirmation. Okay, so designing the look and feel. So once I had all of my wireframes, user flows, and once I had everything mapped out the way that I wanted to and the way that made the most sense to me, I went ahead with the visual design to kind of bring the site to life. Just a quick kind of overview of that. What I was going for was a friendly, welcoming, and fun kind of vibe, just like your favorite pet. I thought that was important to kind of embody that feeling that you have when you're with your pet. And Joe's Pet Shop definitely seemed to be very sounds very friendly, like she has a lot of regulars and stuff like that. Definitely different than like a big corporation. So I chose yellow for this. Yellow invokes happiness and optimism in color psychology. And I chose these two grays because I wanted it to help balance it out on a yellow background or a white background. Comforto was the font. I just thought it was nice and fun and bubbly with the rounded corners and the edges. And it's also very readable. It kind of like seems like a sister font to Futuro, which is one of my go-tos. Here are two different logos for Joe's Pet Supply, and just those colors to kind of show how they can work in several different ways. So very simple, readable logo. I just wanted this to stand out against the competitors, which all used red and blue in their brand colors. And I just wanted to, just as a side note, just wanted it to be super simple and not super cliche with like a paw print or something like that. But just something to kind of show you, that the love that you have between you and your pet. Excuse me. So I just wanted to really quickly go through I just wanted to really quickly go through um, the high fidelity mockup. Know that I am getting close to time. So I had a lot of fun doing this, so hopefully you like it. This is just a quick style guide, so let me just find where I need to be. It's a screen. Okay, so we'll do this for right now. Here was kind of just some things I was playing around with at first when I was designing. Here is the home page. That is a picture of my cat. Just, Easter egg there. So we have the call to action here to create the account, and it's got the two features of creating an account. I created a process called quick checkout that would let the user, once they created an account, um, enter the card number and the default email or the default shipping address, so that you can quickly check out on several different pages, whether it be a item page or whether it be like on your pet profile, and you'll kind of see this icon throughout the design. And then you have personalized pet profiles as well, and you'll also see that icon. So those two are pretty recurring. Then you have shop by brand, pet, and ingredient, and of course you can add more filters there. Okay, so this is what happens when you click shop. I didn't want it to go to like a whole separate page. I just thought it was a lot easier to have the search just kind of be there at the top. You don't have to go too far. You don't want to have too many clicks. So the shop tab will kind of expand. You type your search. You also have a filter by icon here that would expand out into what you see. And it's categorized by pet, ingredient, and some other things. If this were a live website, we would we would go through and see what other ways people wanted to shop for their pet. And then of course you could click the filters here, clear them here, and close the tab up there, which was something I forgot to add until I had some of my family look at my website, and I realized quickly that I had some very basic UI missing. Okay, so next, this is what would happen if you typed in cat food in the search. So these are the search results for cat food. Then you see the items listed here. And so I just wanted to kind of show you that, like, on the right side of that item, you have add to pet profile and quick checkout. So you have the two buttons here that will allow you to either add this to one of your pet profiles or just quickly check out. Okay, and of course the view item buttons and all that good jazz. Okay, this is what would happen if you clicked into an item. This is the item page. You've got your reviews, and then these two icons again for pet profile and for quick checkout. And then I wanted to kind of explain in the middle here, there is where it says has a green check mark and pet name 1, and then a red X and pet name 2. Essentially, what that is I wanted to design the site to basically, if you had certain dietary restrictions for certain pets, or just, you know, things that they liked and they didn't like that you wanted to have the system check for when shopping, your pet's name would pop up here with either a check that everything checks out, this is a good product for your pet, or X, we found something that your pet may be allergic to, or whatever you set up as their restrictions. Okay. Okay, and then this is your shopping cart if you were to add that to the cart. So you've got the kind of normal shopping, the same sort of item screen here, and then your quick checkout or enter shipping and payment information. So you have an option here if you wanted to just go ahead and check out with quick checkout, you could do that if you had that set up, or you could go to entering a new card and a new address. Okay, so this screen would pop up if you wanted to proceed with quick checkout. So I wanted this to be very contrasted because I know, especially with stuff like that, it could be really easy to make a mistake, and I wanted it to very much stand out. Like, hey, you're about to check out, so you're about to charge your card and get shipped. So yes, we have like a big yellow or big green yes or big red no, and then you've got your the default info there too, just to absolutely make sure. Okay, this is where I wanted it shipped. That's the card that I wanted, and then you do also have an option down there to change the defaults if that is incorrect. Okay, and then so this would be if you clicked on proceed to entering shipping information. Just real quick here, I wanted these to be like tabs that open up or expand rather when you clicked on them. Just having like a long page of information sometimes can be kind of daunting for people or users rather. So I just wanted to kind of give it a little bit of a friendlier, less intimidating look. And this is what would happen when you place an order successfully. Your order is on its way. You have your order number, and thank you for shopping at Just Pet Supply. Okay, so let me give a different view for this. I think this is really the only way that's going to give me what I want. Okay, so this is a longer screen because this is the account page that I mentioned earlier. So as soon as you get to your account, you have your account, you've got your quick checkout, default shipping, default credit card, and you're able to edit that here. First thing you hit is your order history. You have your order number there at the top, and then you have an option to reorder the full order or just reorder an item from your order. So I just have a couple examples in there where they have two different items. You can just reorder those items or reorder the full order. Okay, these are recurring orders. So this is just to kind of show you, okay, like this order has a status of monthly, and then you can change that if you needed to. Pretty kitty litter was the item. And you would have your last order received, and then of course like a big red cancel, and then the option to build a new recurring order. Okay, and then you have your pet profiles, and I wanted this to kind of stand out from the other modules. I noticed that some of the other competitors, you're able to like edit your background and stuff like that, and you kind of make like an actual, like almost social media kind of profile for your pets. And so I just did one for my cat Miles. So it has Miles, what he is, how old he is. Here you have what he's allergic to and what his dietary requirements are. The two icons correspond to the icons that you saw on the items. Then you're able to edit that. You have a Miles favorites area where this is where you would add things to your pet profile that Miles or your pet uh, would 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 you would order a lot for them. And then you have a shop for Miles button here where I would I would want there to be just suggestions that the site would make per what you've ordered in the past and what their all of the requirements. Okay, and then you have uh, a way to add a new pet profile. Okay, and that was it. I know that's probably super long-winded. Thanks for hanging in there, and thanks. I had a lot of fun. Bye.